Any other questions?
You have operations in only in Ernakulam. So are you planning to expand? And if you are planning to expand, you know that if the government has allowed FDI, so the Starbucks, they have come to India, and Starbucks are the key player in coffee industry. So how do you think that you are going to compete against Starbucks? Because if they are coming and they are going to open their chains, so you will be facing a challenge, major challenge. So how do you think that you are going to face this challenge, and how you are going to protect your Kahawa cafe against this Starbucks?
I think competition definitely is important for you to keep the standard, because if you are the sole player, that's when complacency sets in. You constantly strive to do something creative, attract more customers, and that's only when if competition is there. Like for example, there's a cafe called Matteo in Bangalore. Now that's common in Cochin. Now that does not mean that you're immediately going to have a customer base which is going to reduce. Starbucks is, again, I would say, coffee on the go. I think that's what I would name Starbucks. It's a different concept to what we have, where I'm not saying you can sit down and have a cup of coffee and have a long time, but Starbucks does not serve you Italian or that kind of food. What Starbucks does is coffee on the go along with, say, muffins and some of the other things. So I think that is one factor. Second is having competition will definitely make us think what to do next. So as of now, with respect to our expansion plans, we have been having some offers, even from some people in Calcutta. So we are still in discussion stage or early stages for that. But as of now, we are still sticking on to Cochin, and we are in quite a good area. We are in MG Road, which is like the main business area in Cochin. So yeah, so that's about it.
A small request, if you really think if you want to start up your company, do it right now while you're in campus itself. I mean, there are a lot of advantages, while you're starting in the campus, because if I think your strength is 300. That means you are in the middle of 300 talents. The moment you pass out, it's really difficult to get your co-founders. Right now, you can on a day-by-day mode, you can interact with 300 talents. You can pick who are good at what. So you can form a good team, and you can come out with a good startup out of that. Plus, when you are in the campus, you will get support from everywhere. The media gonna write about you. The moment you out, say there's not that much interesting for them also. Probably they'll write about you, but the cost gonna be a little high. So try to set up an entrepreneurship cell here. There is a feature which we have implemented. That's called extension centers. We can provide you extension centers of Info Park Incubation Center or Techno Park Incubation Center. Only thing is that the college has to allocate one room here, and during your free time you can go there and you can work from there. And that's gonna be Techno Park Extension Center here. You can use the brand name of Asia's biggest IT park to launch your company. At the end of the day, with internet and a mobile phone, you can do global business. You don't need a corporate air-conditioned office space or nothing. Nothing is needed. Just that mindset is. So if you want to do it right now. And once you are into this, there is a lot of ecosystem to support you. So whether it's a senior entrepreneur or junior entrepreneur, we all are entrepreneurs. We do respect each other in that manner. So it's a great experience. In most of my bad times, than my college friends, these kind of friends are coming and supporting me, even my personal things. I mean, I'm talking about the business things. So we do maintain that kind of relationships. So there's a great ecosystem happens in Kerala. So please come forward. We all there to support you guys.
I think before we take the question, just to add to hello, yeah, just to add to what Arun was saying. I think one of the reasons that when I started off on my own, I had the belief that if this fails, for sure I'll be able to get a job. And I think what entrepreneurship does to you is equip you to do any job. Because say you get placed in XYZ company, you might be looking at a very small part of the whole company. You might be looking to marketing, sales, finance, or accounting, whatever it is. But being an entrepreneur, you're an operations guy to an HR to a finance to marketing, sales. You automatically became a sales guy. I think Kenny was talking about him being a techie, but I'm sure he'll say that after 7 years or 5 of entrepreneurship, he is also a sales guy because he has to sell himself. He has to sell the product. And I think that's something which you will definitely gain. And you can see there's a lot of change in outlook of companies. Companies are promoting entrepreneurship. Back in 2007 when I joined HCL, they had a program which used to promote entrepreneurship. And that's something which companies are looking at very closely. If you say that, okay, probably you might have started a firm and you might have failed, but that does not mean that you're a failure. That just means that you have an experience which probably the others in the company do not have. And I'm sure that there are a lot of companies who will definitely hire you. So that was the belief that I had, that if I fail, I can definitely go back and get another job. So that was something which probably took me a long way. And as Arun said, I think we had about 4-5 hands which was raised. I think if you guys have some plan in mind, we can definitely meet after the session and have a discussion. Starting off in campus, that will be really big. As he said, there will be a lot of media writing about you. You'll have a lot of support system. I'm sure the Aligarh University and your staff will support you as well. So that's something which, if you want to do, please do it. Yeah.
So actually, as you told, if we want to start a business, we should start right now. So, but the main problem is that money is the matter of concern. How we get the money, and the second thing is that suppose if we want to do right now, so we do have a plan for that, and planning is more important. So we don't have money. We are freshers. We need some experience to start a business. So how we can take up all these things?
I think if you have a plan, come to us with a plan. We'll tell you how to raise the money. All right.
But we are confused that we have to start with a plan, because as you told, all of them said that you don't have any plan. You just started, and again opportunity came to you. Then you got it the opportunity. So like that, we also don't know that what we have to start. So
we also didn't have we also didn't have anybody sitting over here telling us that this is possible. That's why we didn't have a plan. So as I said, if you have a plan, let's talk after the session. And let's see how we can help you make that plan into a reality.
Initially 70%, as I heard that 70% business fell down while starting in the initial stage. So do you think that after experience to start a business, it is more better than?
You're not looking at the 30% that succeeded.
Failure is not a bad way. I founded 5 companies, out of 3 got failed. Even right now, the failure is a positive word. If you fail 3 times, you are coming out with a 4th company, you will get a preference at venture capitals level. I mean, they've seen 3 ways to fail a business. They've seen. So the only thing is that while you identify an idea, let it be an innovative idea. So it doesn't mean that innovation is not doesn't mean that it should not be it should be a rocket science kind of a thing. It should be as simple as possible. That's why you like Google, just a bar and a search button. It's that simple as that. And it should not be nothing related with technology. Also, it can be simple application of one technology or one product into other. For example, say washing machines are used in Rajasthan to make lassis. So even Whirlpool or Godrej have never thought of such an application for a washing machine, right? It's an innovation. So we are talking about those kind of innovation, not about rocket science. So just think on it, identify an innovative idea, and just forget about money. When money is the last thing you can consider about money. There are n number of ways for that.
So what is the basic step that we should take? Basic step according to all of
just analyze whether your idea is an innovative one or not. Google it, whether there are similar models available, and if there are similar models available, what you can add to this. Make it as a different thing. So if your idea is not an innovative, still you can do business, but you should have that kind of a money backup with you. See, you must have seen this so-called Reliance Fresh or Moss supermarket. That is the same way, your next door guy, next door Duganwala is doing a small business. There is no innovation in that. They have pumped in money, they have created a brand, they are doing that glorified business. But if you have an innovative, you don't need that much of money to, money to take it to the next level. That's it.
Thank you, sir.
At last, leave it to me.
Sir, I would like to ask you one question. Sir, I wish to start my own event management company. So, what are things I need to be considered first?
You have to work with an event management company at least for 3 months.
Sir?
You have to work with an event management company for at least 3 months.
For an
You should, you should understand. Event management companies, you clearly need an expertise. You have to get to know about all the systems and process and everything. Say this happens in that industry. You have to get to know that. Then only you start this.
Just to add to that, I think there are a lot of event management companies. There are a lot of event management companies which are there, probably in close proximity. You can even, and at least when I was in college, they used to actually hunt for people, part-time. I think even while you're in college, as Arun said, you need to know what happens, the ins and out. In a technology, you probably have done enough research, sitting at your home, Googling, or at college to actually understand about it. Probably in event management, have a feel of what happens actually inside, as he said, sourcing it from different people, how to organize it, how to handle it. And then you can definitely, start off on your own.
Thank you, sir.
What do you think by entrepreneurial development program? Because are they really capable to bring a changes or build up qualities, entrepreneurship qualities in the society or not?
Yeah, so entrepreneurship, what an ED cell is doing is, so basically give you an awareness about how this things works. Some, you will get to know about various jargons also. So at the end of the day, you should take the initiative. So I'll tell you the process. It's a trade secret, in fact. How I selecting an entrepreneur, selecting an entrepreneur for my incubation program is that the moment I I'll analyze whether this idea is an innovative one, not in terms of so-called technology, in terms of business processes, somehow, how you going to stand out from your competitor. That's going to be my first assessment. Second one, how strong is your team? And most of the cases, unfortunately saying that, especially the campus startups, they comes with, we three are friends, so we decide to start our own company. That should not be the case. So when you start a company, you should have some complementing skills. Those complementary skills you should have. So that's second thing. The third thing, and the third and the most important thing, we'll be analyzing, will that guy have that fire in his belly to do that great thing. So even if, it doesn't have any mistakes, I asked you, I definitely I'm going to ask him for, so you come up with some research on this, some research on that, all those. Even if his business plan is 101% perfect, so I used to send him for 3-4 times, because entrepreneurship is one area I cannot judge based on that test. So after 3 or 4 times again this guy is coming back, I'll feel that this guy is seriously into this, so I can invest my quality time with him. That's how I decide and where to, it's a selection process at incubation model. And this is how most of the bank managers does also. You won't get a loan at the first step. Minimum you have to work with a proposal for minimum 4 or 5 times. Then you will be getting that loan. If you're not that much serious enough, then you will be dropping that.
Hi, my question is to Kenny. It was in your profile it is said that you were the CTO of MobMe. MobMe was one of the most successful companies that graduated out of Technopark TBI. So what was it? What were those essential ingredients in your product or in your company that made you such a big success story as a startup? MobMe is one of the most successful startup companies that we have presently. That is question number one. Question number two is regarding Ayurz Web Holdings. That is, your primary focus area is social media marketing. So there are certain things that will remain in the market, and there are certain things that will go down after some time. We have heard that Facebook, after maybe 3 or 4 or 5 years, social media marketing is going to go down. So in that case, what would be your business plan, or what would be your future plans in such sort of a scenario?
When it comes to MobMe, people only know only about the shiny part of the MobMe story, but behind that shiny part there is a lot of hard work, there is a lot of struggle that went in, which is not always spoken about, and it took us almost 3 years right from when we started. Initially the company was called Torque, and then it remained Torque for almost 1.5 2 years, and then we changed the name to MobMe when we finally found an investor, and that took 3 years. So that was one major aspect of the company, why it was successful, because we didn't give up the struggle, and for almost 3 years we were not making any serious money. We were working on products, we were meeting people, we were trying to get clients, and we had a really good team who could work on pretty much anything, and our real break came with the investor, but that was just investment money, and for a business we need a client, and we got a requirement from BPL, the current Vodafone. At that time it was BPL. They wanted to set up a IVR server at their office, as in an IVR is an interactive voice response system. When you call customer care, it says press 1, press 2, that is an IVR. They wanted to set up an IVR for their customer care operations, and they asked us if we could do it. At that time we didn't know how to do it, but we took a risk. We told them we could do it, and within a week's time we somehow learned it. We partially implemented it, and even then also we couldn't make it work 100%, and we flew down someone from Bombay to fix what we had worked on, but the risk we took paid off, because finally we implemented the project, and at one time we were handling close to 1 crore calls in 3 months time, in a quarter. So we had a great team. We continued the struggle until we succeeded, and the marketing effort was really good, and moreover there were quite a few people who helped us through this struggle. The Technobar TBI, Chandrasekharan sir, which Arun mentioned earlier, our investor. In fact, our investor is one of the persons who promised to invest money just by trusting us. He didn't even, I'm sure he didn't even understand what we are talking, because we were talking all technical stuff, and I'm sure he didn't have any clue what we were planning to do. But he thought it's worth the risk investing. So those were some of the factors which helped us succeed. And with digital marketing, it's still in its infancy.
we will see growth at least for the next 50 years, because almost everything is going online these days. And if you look at developed markets, you can see that newspapers, the publishing industry is moving online. Many major newspapers has closed their print versions. These days they are only providing online versions or ebook versions, and ebook purchases are going up. So the industry is shifting towards online. And with Facebook, I don't know what will happen to Facebook, but from what I have observed in the past 5 years is that Facebook somehow manages to evolve. It doesn't stay stagnant. I'm sure all of you had an Orkut account once, but these days nobody even checks out what's happening in Orkut. And Facebook was also like Orkut at one point of time. Then they kept on adding new features. They kept on coming with opportunities for brands to interact in Facebook, opportunities for businesses to take advantage of Facebook to talk to their potential customers. So Facebook has been on the forefront of innovation when it comes to social networking. Even now also, just before their IPO, even in their IPO, they have a section in which they need to specify what their weakness is to their potential shareholders. So in that, what this Mark Zuckerberg wrote was that they were unable to figure out a way how to monetize Facebook traffic from mobile devices. And quite a lot of usage is from mobile devices these days. I am sure almost everyone with a smartphone checks Facebook from their phone itself. And they were not able to monetize that traffic. But these days, if you install the latest version of Facebook for your mobile phone or your iPad or tablet, you can see that certain ads come in between your timeline, and it's so cleverly integrated that you wouldn't feel that it's an advertisement. So they have managed to overcome that also. And maybe Facebook, we don't know, Facebook might become unpopular, or some other social network might catch up. But the online marketing industry will be there forever. It's just like any other marketing channel.
Good evening, sir. Sir, I want your advice that I am interested in opening an advertising agency after completing my MBA. So what initial steps should I adopt from now onwards?
You want to open an advertisement agency?
Yes, sir.
Someone asked about starting an event management company also. An advertisement agency, an event management company, even a cafe. Those are like businesses which is already there. People have been running cafes for quite a long time now, and there are many advertisement agencies. So the process is quite. These agencies have perfected a process in which these companies need to be operated. It's always good to actually learn how current advertisement agencies function, and that's what Arun also suggested. If you want to start an event management company, you definitely need to work with one, because the experience will be really helpful. And in the case of advertisement agency also, you can work with an agency for some time to know how things function, because when it comes to agencies, their primary revenue comes from agency commission on advertisements. And in many agencies, what I have seen is that the creative people are really well paid, because that's what differentiates an agency. And agency commission is just the same for every agency. So there is no scope for any innovation in the business model there. And it's the creatives that that make you different. And your creative people are paid from the agency commission. You don't get heavily paid for your creative. You make your money from the agency commission. So that's one area. And then you need to try and figure out an area in which you can differentiate yourself from other agencies. I don't know what exactly that is, because I'm not much of an advertising guy, even though I consult with an advertising agency quite closely. And one person asked why Kahawa cafe is different. I'm sure since you're MBA students, you must have heard of a book called Blue Ocean Strategy. How many of you have heard of that book, Blue Ocean Strategy? Only one person. I think it's a reference book used in MBA colleges. I'm not sure why you haven't heard of it. It's a must-read book for any person who wants to start, because it gives you insights into how various businesses have succeeded to differentiate themselves from similar businesses. And in the case of Sanjay's Kahawa, his major, when I analyze it from the point of view of this Blue Ocean Strategy, I find two important things which made his cafe different. One is that he had this sports thing going on. So there is a huge TV in his cafe, and there is a viewing area. It can seat something like 50 people. It can seat 70 people. So that cafe became a networking place for all these sports fans. And there is no such cafe in Cochin which is based on a theme. And another important thing is that Sanjay is a very social person. How many contacts is in your phone book? 2,000, 3,000? He's a very social person. And if all of his friends visit his cafe at least once a year, it will be successful. And everybody who gets into that cafe gets a very personal welcome, warmth, etc. If you go to a coffee day or some other cafe, it's just an employee there, and the owner is someone else you don't know. But in Kahawa, you can all the owners, at least one of the owner will be there all the time, and most of the customers are friends with them. And even if a new person comes in, they make it a point that they make him a friend. So that's two things which differentiated his business. So when you're with your advertising agency also, you need to think. I don't know the answer, but you'll be able to figure out something which can differentiate you.
Well, I would like to add to that, so I'm running a small magazine called FWD Life. It's called Forward Life also. I don't know how many of you have noticed, last April Fool, there is in Malappuram, my friend page carried a news called Mohanlal and Mammootty trapped in April Fool prank. Have you noticed that news? It's just, this is probably an answer to his question. It's just about think out of the box. We didn't have only 1.5 crores for the entire year of operations for the Forward Life magazine. 1.5 crores is nothing in Kerala to create a brand awareness. For a startup company to become visible, we have to do something out of the box. So we went and had a discussion with Lalitan, saying that he was about to publish his movie called Spirit. He said, so we'll do an April Fool prank with this. He agreed. So we published a magazine with carrying a tag, Mohanlal is an alcohol addict. That was a magazine came on the 1st of April. And the very second day, so we published another magazine. It was an April Fool prank. Say no to drug and liquor, says Mohanlal. But our only intention was to, to be visible on the front page of Malayalam Manorama or those kind of leading newspapers. So we have done enough. In a matter of just 48 hours, we got more than 15,000 likes in Facebook, and our total brand. We got an agency who do our accounting and those kind of stuff. So they're from KPMG, young guys who came out of KPMG and managing our accounts things. So they've did their valuation based on that April Fool prank. Our valuation went up another 2.5 crores just because of this April Fool prank. So just think out of the box, and with very minimal investment, give maximum result to your client. So that should be your mantra for that.
Good evening, sir. Sir, my question is to Kenny, sir. Sir, you mentioned a term, great team. So you had a great team, that's why you could go much up. So I want to know that if someone is going to start a business, if he's a fresher, then what kind of people he should choose? And as per your opinion, what you see at first sight in a person, if you are going to someone to employ him? Thanks.
It's a very difficult question to answer because it just happened that I knew a few people from my college itself who were really good, because I studied engineering, and it was 4 years of struggle, and with 4 years you can pretty much know a lot about a friend or someone whom you can partner with. And when you spend so much of time in a community, you must have seen that certain kind of people always come together. When you even in your class, your close friends will be similar to you in some nature. And with that 4 years, I was able to find quite a few people which was quite similar to me, who could work with me, and I was quite lucky to have some of the best people, and that's how we started. And now when I hire, what I look at is skills rather than a degree. It might sound odd, but and this is a very strong message to you all. Once you're don't ever think that your MBA is going to get you a job. It's not the MBA degree, the paper which you have, or the BTech degree that will get you a job. It's your skills that will get you a job. So always focus on getting skills which are required by the market if you are looking for a job. And if you are planning to start something, try to acquire skills to run a company. And that could be many different things. It could be finance, it could be marketing, it could be planning, it could be operations, it could be anything. But you need to acquire those skills. So I mostly hire engineers because my work and the nature of the activities I do is quite technical, and I don't usually hire graduates, as in people with degrees. And whenever I put out put out an advertisement that I'm looking for people, I never say that he needs to be a graduate. And every ad which goes out says we are looking for skills and not for graduates. And it's a strong message to every candidate who apply, because we get applications from these graduates, but we cannot actually put them on any job, because all they have done in their life is just study and get a degree. And companies don't care whether you have a degree or not. Even if you have a degree, they hire you, and if you are not fit for the job, they'll have to let you go. So it's your skills that keep you there. So you all should focus on getting the right skills. And I've been on constant hiring mode for the past 1 or 2 years, because it's really hard to get good people in Kerala. And